All right, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to create a tool, a keyword research tool, and specifically how we could create a YouTube keyword research tool. So let's say you have a YouTube channel, you're starting out, and what most people struggle with is, what do I create my first videos about? Well, if you can create a tool inside of Claude, you would never run out of ideas and you would know exactly what to create, and you'd know what to create in a very specific way so that you're sub niching down and you're telling the YouTube algorithm exactly what your channel is all about. Instead of going all over the place, being scattered, you can actually dial in and create catchy YouTube titles that are within your niche market and will attract an audience. Okay, so we're going to build this tool together, a YouTube keyword research tool using Claude and some traditional keyword research to get us going. But then you're going to see how we connect the dots and do some research on YouTube. We also go and find some competitors that are doing well. They already have proven they can create titles. So why, reinvent the wheel? Let's go and see what's working for other people, not copy, but just after what they're doing. And then also work in some real keyword research. So now we can utilize the best of both worlds, SEO keyword research, so we can actually potentially rank for those keywords and get search traffic on YouTube, but then also create viral, catchy YouTube titles at the same time so that we're also being more kind of thought, provoking, and we're creating titles that have a chance to maybe show up on people's homepage, YouTube homepage, and browse features, right? So you want to kind of do a combination of both. That's my recommendation. So before I do that, I want to give you one last kind of chance. Today is October 7th, right? I did a launch last week. I haven't launched a course in over a year. It had been about a year and a half, I believe. This is the AI Alchemist. This is how you can transform AI into your 24/7 business supercharger. We've had a lot of people sign up for the course already. It's a very low ticket item right now. The price is actually going to be going up. Let me scroll through. You can read the sales page. Just click the link below. If you want to take your Claude AI skills to the next level, then I think that you'll appreciate this course that I've put together, how I've been using Claude over the last year. This is a 3-hour over-the-shoulder course. It's packed with value. And the price, you're getting almost 50% off right here, 43% off. It's selling for $27. Today's October 7th. So what'll end up happening is tomorrow on October 8th, the price goes to $47. And the reason why I'm doing that is that this course right here is a $100 course. It's easily a $97 course or higher. I mean, it's got 3 hours of content and it's helping you open up your mind to what's possible with Claude AI, specifically on how you can actually use it with your business. And so this course is easily a $47 course, no questions asked. And I know I'll make sales at the $47 level. And so that's what the everyday price is. If this is something that interests you, click the link below, go pick this up for just 27 bucks before the price goes up. All right, so let's go and do this real quick. So a couple things that I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple different keyword research tools. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into, I'm going to use SE ranking, but if you have Ahrefs or you have SEMrush, use those tools. Any, kind of heavy hitting powerhouse keyword research tool, SEO tool that you have, because you want to try to get as many keywords as you can, because then we're going to filter it out in a certain way as well. So I'm going to come over here, SE ranking, and I'm going to go into research. I'm going to go into research, and then I'm going to be creating this based on faceless YouTube channel. I do have another channel that I've been working on, and I actually want to build this tool because I'm going to be using this tool in my business. So you can follow along. And what you're going to do is just take your niche. Like if it's email marketing, type in email marketing right here, right? If it's yoga, type in yoga. If you have a specific, like if you already know that you have a subtopic underneath a parent topic, then put that in and see how many keywords you can actually get from that, right? But that's kind of the exercise. Faceless YouTube is not a very big niche. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here and I'm going to go faceless YouTube and I'm going to push analyze, right? So we're going to go and find the keywords, see how big the market is and so forth. I mean, so this tool on faceless YouTube, it's just saying 480. I believe that it's a lot more. I think it's hundreds of thousands of searches on YouTube. I'm not really sure what the Google search is. This is one of those niches as well, is that it probably gets a lot more traffic and there's a lot more interest than all the keyword research tools have kind of, they haven't had a chance to catch up with this niche market, and if that makes sense. But you can come over here, yeah, like Faceless YouTube channel. If we go into VidIQ and type in Faceless YouTube channel, I think it says like 700,000, 800,000 searches per month, right? So this is obviously more popular of a search term on YouTube, but we still want to gather, data, because if people are typing this in on Google, then that means that you can just amplify the amount of views that they would actually get, or the amount of search volume that it's going to get on YouTube, if that makes sense, right? And don't worry, we're going to do YouTube keyword research using VidIQ in just a minute. So what we're going to do is we'll come over here and we'll just kind of look and see what we can get. So you have all these related keywords. We have our keyword ideas right over here. And so I might just go in here and click the view detailed report. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the table, and I'm going to go into an Excel file over here, and I'm going to paste that in right there. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, and then we're going to go over here, and I'm going to push the back button. And then I want to go into related, because there was, 400 and something keywords right over here. So we're under the related section right over here. You could take all of them. Sometimes if there's a big keyword data set, what I'll do is I will filter this, and I'll go like 40 or 40 on the difficulty, especially if we're dealing with tens of thousands of keywords. We do want to narrow it down. So keep that in mind. This is a small niche market. And so I want to take probably most of the keywords or all the keywords. I might come in here for fun and just go with a filter here and just say that I want to look at maybe the search volume. I only want to take them that actually have search volume. So I'll push apply, and notice this 465, it'll probably shrink down to something, and it only shrink down a little bit. Okay. So another thing that you could do is you could come over here and you could go and say like 6 or 8 right here on the word count. You'll see that this is going to drastically take this down as well. So now you're looking at some very specific keywords right here. And this is a great way. I'll just kind of a side note. If you're getting your channel started, right, you have no videos, you're not going to rank for Faceless YouTube channel. You're not going to rank for Faceless YouTube channel. Let's just be real about that, because that's going to be the most competitive keyword in the niche, right? And so I'm not even going to rank for that. And so by going up here and saying word count 6 or even 8, sometimes you even can start at 8. So look at this 157 right here. If I push apply, it's going to go down to 71, right? So now you're looking at really big keywords right over here that you could really go and start ranking for. Yes, the search volume is low, but it's still a good exercise and a good way to do this. So you have to use this in your own discretion, basically, but we're going to do that for now. We're going to roll with this. We got a little bit more search volume on these, and don't worry, remember, amplify this a lot more. They're going to get a lot more search volume on YouTube. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to copy the table, and then we're going to go back into our Excel sheet, and I'll just paste that in right there. And then what I'll do is I'll just take this off right here, and then we'll come back over. And now we're going to go into here, which is VidIQ. And if you have VidIQ, I'm on the $10 a month plan. I'm not sure how many, you'll get some keywords on the free version, but I've just always paid for tools when I want to use them. And so you don't have to pay for the, $40 plan or anything like that. It's just $10. And if you're going to be a YouTuber anyways, you may as well pay for it. This is I think the only tool that is specific for YouTube that I actually pay for monthly. It's VidIQ. And so you can go over, you can look at the overview. So this one for Faceless YouTube, it's saying 42,000, but then you can come over here and you can look at like Faceless YouTube channel. So people are typing in Faceless YouTube channel very specifically, and there's that 700, almost 800,000 search volume. So this is a market that's big enough, but you've got to be smart about it, right? If you can tackle some of these ones like Faceless YouTube channel for beginners with 1,800 search volume, those are going to be very targeted of the customer that you want to get in front of that might want to learn Faceless YouTube from you, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. You can go to related. You can check out all those, but I'm going to go into, and then there's also questions right over here. Here's all the questions that are being asked as well. So we can go over to the matching terms right over here, and we could either copy and paste. I'm going to go export right here, and we'll go open this up real quick. And I'm actually going to go and remove. So I'm going to delete those columns right there. And I'm going to, let's see how we have the other Excel file set up. We have the search volume. The search volume is actually right here. It's column C. What I want to do is I'm actually going to right click right here, and I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to put that one in front right over here. So what we did was we inserted the search volume in column B, and then we have the keyword in column A. So then when we go back over here and I'm going to copy these right here, now we can match them up, right? Because we're using multiple keyword research tools. So I'm going to copy that and we're going to go back into the other sheet down to the bottom and I'm going to paste that in right there, right? And then we're going to go back into VidIQ and maybe the matching terms, but we'll go with questions as well. Make sure that we get all the questions that people are asking about faceless YouTube as well. So we'll go ahead and export that real quick. And then we'll go and open that up. And then what I'll do is I'll remove the data that we don't really need to use, right? We'll delete that. And then we'll go in here. And this is going to add an additional almost 300 words questions to our keyword tool, right? So we're doing all of our keyword research tool right now up front. We'll come into here, come down here, and we'll paste that in. So how many keywords do we have? You can just go and highlight and put a left click on column A, and we're gonna go and look and see. You can see that we have 651 keywords. Like, can you imagine, like you've got your work cut out for you. Can you make 651 videos and how long will that take you, right? So but what we're really doing is we're building a database, right? We aren't necessarily gonna make a video on every single one of these keywords. We're gonna let AI decide based on search volume and the keyword. AI is going to be able to go out there and like, see right over here, like in a different language, I could delete that from my database. I could leave it in there. It doesn't really matter because AI is going to be smart enough. It's going to basically ignore that keyword anyways. And so we're building a database to where we can go into Claude and do some really cool things with, right? So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm just going to save this under my downloads for now. Actually, I'll save it under my documents for now. And I'm just going to say that this is a Claude keyword database. And then I'll put a dash and I'll say faceless YouTube. Okay. So faceless YouTube, boom, I'm going to say save. And actually I did that wrong. We need to go back up and we need to go save as, and we need to make sure we save it as a CSV. But even better, this is actually good. We can upload the CSV if we want to, or we can actually copy and paste into Claude directly. But what we'll do is let's go ahead and just save this as a CSV. Save. Okay. And now we're going to go into Claude. So this is what Claude's going to look like for you. And apparently from my latest research, you actually can use Claude Sonnet 3.5 for free. They'll actually let you have it a little bit each day for free. So pretty cool stuff. Now, the way you handle this is you would just type in your prompt right here and then paste that. You would just paste in upload your CSV each time you want to run this. And then you could come in here and just use, you would just go into your chat thread each time. So there's definitely a way you can use this for free. I don't know what the limits are on the amount or the size of document that you can use in free. Again, I'm using the $20 per month plan on Claude. So I really just kind of bypass any kind of limitations, which is kind of great. But I definitely know you can put something really good together in the free version as well. You just might have to think about it a little bit different or get a little bit more creative. The big thing about having the $20 plan is the efficiencies that you can build and using projects, right? And you can see I use Claude daily, 30 minutes ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I use this every day in my business. So I'm actually not just making a course to make a course and try to sell you a course. I'm actually teaching you how I've been using Claude on a daily basis to help me grow YouTube channels and get results. And I share all that inside of the AI Alchemist, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Claude. We're going to go to projects. I'm going to click on projects and you can see all the different projects that I have in here. We're going to go create a project right here. Okay. And I'm going to call this. So I titled it YouTube title tool, faceless YouTube. You can put some more data in there. I'm going to say create project. Now watch what we end up doing here. So I'm going to add content. We're going to upload from device. I'm going to go to my documents and we're going to go and see that CSV. We can go boom, and we can upload that. And now it has our database. And that is, if you have a database that you're going to be using or uploading or updating, right? If we want to go out and do more keyword research or go through that exercise every, few months because keyword research does change, then you just be able to go into that document and update the document and then upload it here. But essentially what you would do if you wanted to as well is you just go over here and add text and we could copy and paste that spreadsheet right into here. It's just your choice how you want to do it. So we have our database right over here. I have some instructions. You want to stick with me because I have a really cool prompt that I put together I'll share with you. But before we do that, I want a little bit more research. I want to give this tool, we're building a keyword research tool for us, basically. I want to give it more context about what our competition does and what's working for them and how we can reference that, how we can use Claude to reference actual keywords that we want to rank for and utilize. but then also viral type keywords that people are using, and kind of merge them together and use AI to create the best titles that are at a certain length as well, that are optimal for YouTube. So what we'll do is we'll come in and we will go over to YouTube and we will type in our niche, right? Or our sub niche. And I typed in faceless YouTube right here. Okay. So we have a couple different things going on. And what I would like to do is go in and you can see a couple different, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways. So here's an up and right. I've never heard of this guy before. He only has 2,000 subscribers, but he's getting 11,000 views on his videos. And he obviously has some income proof. He's been probably doing, YouTube automation, faceless YouTube for a while now. And he's made a living doing that. And then now he's deciding, okay, cool. I want to go teach the world about what I've done. And that's really cool. So he's probably going to grow quite a bit. But what I like to do is go in and click on their channel.
This is how to.
I pause that and then I go over to videos. So it looks like he doesn't have very many videos. He only has 19 videos, but what I'll do is I'll go and I'll grab this right here. We already know he's getting really good engagement on his videos. So I'm going to go copy this. I'm going to go back over to Claude, and then I'm going to go to add content and add text right over here. And then I'm going to just say, I'm going to paste that in right here. And this one is going to be, I think it's called examples. It's called example titles. All right, so I'm going to call this example titles. I'm going to add the content. We're not done yet though, because that one only had 19 examples. We're going to go back. I want to find a couple.
This is how to make
a YouTube. I'm going to push back a couple more times. I know that this guy has done a really, really good job. He has 200,000 subscribers, digital income project. He does a lot of stuff, I believe, on Instagram as well. So I would want to go and open up their, open up and just check out. I mean, they have 39 videos. I'm going to go to videos here. And what we'll do is we'll copy all these because he does faceless YouTube as well. So we'll copy all of his videos right here as well. And it does look like he did get his start. He's moved to Instagram, but he got his start because you can see the first video right here is how I made a faceless YouTube channel using AI tools, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I believe it's mostly YouTube, but there is Instagram in there as well, but that's okay. So we'll copy that. We'll go back over. And we'll go into our example titles and we'll just add another one. I wanted to put them all in the same one, but that's okay. We'll just add more. So I'll say example titles, and we could call it I don't know if will it let us add? It does let us add documents that are called the same thing. So we'll roll with that for now. There's one more that let's go and check out real quick. I know VidIQ does a really, really good job as well. So I want to go and click on VidIQ, go to videos right here. And they're really good at creating titles, right? So I'm just going to go and highlight maybe their last 6 months or so. There's 5 months, and there you go. We'll just go with 10 months. 10 months worth of titles from one of the biggest channels on the planet that teaches how to grow on YouTube, right? And so we'll go and copy that, and we'll go back in here, add, and we'll say example titles as well, and we'll put all that in as well. So we have 3 example titles that we've uploaded. We have our Claude database, faceless YouTube, right, that we went and got from VidIQ. We also got from SE ranking, and we merged a bunch of actual SEO keywords that people really do search for. And then we've combined it with just people that are successful that create YouTube content and so forth. Now, VidIQ, they're not necessarily, I just want to take just a second to explain this. VidIQ, they don't really talk about faceless YouTube a lot, right? But they do create thought-invoking YouTube titles. They create very good YouTube titles. They study this and they teach it. So I also want to use that as well. And so the AI is smart enough to gather that, to be able to gather all 3 of these and combine and create the best titles possible. Last but not least, we need to set some custom instructions or add a prompt. Now I've already done this ahead of time, so you don't have to sit through this, but here we go. Here's what we've got. You're a YouTube SEO and copywriting expert. Only use the project knowledge, right? So the project knowledge is right here. All this on the right-hand side is the project knowledge. So only use that and reference that for any research or data needed. Create catchy, viral, clickbait. So we're bypassing the AI that's already built inside of Claude, and we're saying, hey, we only want you to focus on data and research from our project knowledge for this specific tool. So we're saying create catchy, viral, clickbait YouTube titles, reference the keyword list, right? We have our keyword list right over here. I actually need to go and fix that. This right here needs to be called keyword list. So let me go over here. And actually, no, we can do something a little bit better. We can click on this and we can actually just grab the title here. And it's just this right there. I'm going to copy that. And then we're going to go over here to the prompt. And instead of keyword list, we're actually going to just update this to our actual title. That will make more sense. And it must be in the title in exact match format. So that means that we want them to gather a keyword from our keyword list, but then also if it can, at the beginning or end of the title, we want it to do a little bit more fancy stuff to make it a little bit more engaging instead of just being a boring search term, right? Because we also want people to click on our video and make it more engaging, if that makes sense. But we also want to rank for our SEO keyword. So we're kind of combining the best of both worlds in this tool. Utilize and reference the example titles, right? So we've got 3 example titles right over here, have already been proven to go viral, right? By other YouTube creators. So you're combining the keyword list with example titles to create the best YouTube titles possible for my channel that is all about faceless YouTube. We're feeding this, we're feeding Claude with exactly what we want it to do with context and so forth. All titles should be between 60 and 70 characters long, capitalize at least 1 word in each title, and it should be the most important or dynamic or dramatic word. Use emojis only if appropriate. And we can adjust this further based on the results. I haven't tested the results. We're going to go find that out, see what we get. But then you always test it, and then you can make adjustments to your prompt. You can make adjustments to your project knowledge, database, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this prompt here. And we're going to go in and we're going to go into the instructions. We're going to paste this in right over here. And we're going to say save instructions. And then now, last but not least, let's go test our tool out finally, right? So I'm going to say, give me my first 30 YouTube titles that will help me rank in the, I've never really done this part before, but let's just see, right? In the YouTube, and all titles must have in. So we could put something else in here, make sure to reference, but we already said that in the prompt. So let's just see, give me my first 30 YouTube titles that will help me rank in the YouTube algorithm, and all titles must have faceless YouTube in them. And so let's go and see what it's going to create for us for our first 30, because now what we're doing is we're creating a content plan that now you can go and create videos on, and you don't have to show up at your desk when you're trying to create YouTube channels. That's the biggest thing that all my students struggle with, is they don't know what to create content on, and they're lost, and then they're always in this research mode. Well, if you go and sit down for 30 minutes and create a tool like this and create these types of titles, you can go out there and just boom. Now you've got your work cut out for you. Now you have no excuse to not go out and start creating content. Let's go check out and see how good some of these are. So I made 10K, and obviously, right, we could feed this in. So if this is, I made 10K in 7 days with this faceless YouTube hack, watch how we can fix this real quick. If you made, let's just say you made $5,000 in your in 1 month, and that's kind of where you're at. You haven't made $1 million yet, but you have made some money, right? So let's go and we'll go back over. We'll go into projects. We'll go into our new tool we created. And what we'll do is we'll actually go in here and we'll say, we'll add some stuff in here. We'll go ahead and say, I have made 5,000 in 1 month with faceless YouTube. So any titles you create should follow this sort of number. So for, for 1,000, it should be, I made 1,000 in 5 days with faceless YouTube. For 1 day, I made, let's just say 250 was the most you made, right? So you can reference that, 250 in 1 day. I'm going to save instructions, and then we're going to go back in, and what we can do is we can go and do the same thing. So what I'm going to do is we'll go back, and we already have this, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and copy this again. We're going to come back over to projects, a fresh thread, and we'll push enter. So now we told it what our parameters on the money type stuff is, and it's going to go out and create. So I made 5,030. Look at how we made adjustments, a quick adjustment. So then now the reference points for those big money things, it still looks amazing. It doesn't matter. Look right here. It doesn't matter if you made $1,000 in 5 days or you made $10,000 in 5 days. your audience is still going to appreciate the content that you're creating because you're making money and you're teaching people how to do it. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000,000, 500,000, doesn't matter if it's $1,000, because your audience is people that have not even made $1 online before. So if you're teaching them how they can make their first $100 in a week online, they'd be thrilled to be taking those steps and actually starting to make real money online, right? And so that's what you're trying to teach. You've got to understand marketing and your target audience, right? You're not necessarily going after, it depends, right? And if you're big time and you really only want to work with big clients, that your numbers are also going to reflect that, right? So people are going to know like, wow, this guy made $1 million this month using faceless YouTube. That's going to be a little bit different person watching that. And people are going to need to be a little bit realistic in their own expectations on, you're not going to make $1 million in a month doing faceless YouTube, right? There's a massive journey that people have to go on. And so these are these types of titles, but it's just really cool that we were able to change that. And then you can see AI. So I made 5,000 in 30 days with faceless YouTube, shocking results. How to start a faceless YouTube channel and make 1,000 fast. The truth about faceless YouTube automation right here. Boom. 5 hidden faceless YouTube niches that made, so now you're going to go and cover some of the other niches that, are popular for faceless YouTube or automation, and you're going to combine those. So now your numbers look really, really good. And you can go in and now, since this is part of the instructions that we're giving it, part of the prompt, when you make more money, you can go and update that and get new results. But look at the game plan of what we've created right over here. So look at this. Faceless YouTube automation right there. Faceless YouTube channel. Faceless YouTube. Faceless YouTube mistakes, right? Faceless YouTube mistakes. Faceless YouTube channel ideas. Look at the keywords. Then you're sharing your story, a lot more personal type of at your title. Create viral faceless YouTube content, faceless YouTube success. I think that's a keyword right there. So this one seemed to lean a little bit more on the viral type part. So now what we want to do is now give me, 10 titles, and they must include 100% of a keyword in the keyword. And that's why I wanted to call it keyword database, but I'm going to say keyword list from the keyword research database in the project knowledge. Sometimes you need to be very specific if you want a specific result. Let's see what it'll do for us. So now we have how to create, now look at this, how to create a faceless YouTube channel in 24 hours, top faceless YouTube channels. We can go and reference these, but these are keywords and stuff, keywords that are gonna be, let's say, top faceless YouTube channels. Let's go and see if this is actually one of our keywords. So there's one of our keywords. Look, guys, this is how this works. So top faceless YouTube channels, boom, right there. Faceless YouTube automation, we already know, but let's see if how to create faceless YouTube channel is a keyword as well. Let's go and see that. And there, how to create a faceless YouTube channel. So see how it's referencing a keyword right here, most popular faceless YouTube channels. Faceless YouTube shorts, that's a keyword. Create faceless YouTube channel, start a faceless YouTube channel. Look at all of these keywords that we are now going to tackle as well. So you can do that. You can tackle the keywords. You can also have these viral ones that are going to get you that quick traffic, and your chance of probably getting thousands of views are going to go up with these kinds of, but then your ranking factor is also going to go up for these types of keywords right here. So now you've got this full-blown content plan that we went out and we spent 30 minutes or so creating this really, really epic keyword research tool for YouTube. Hopefully you guys got value from this. Leave a comment below if you actually watched the whole video, if you got value from this. Remember to go pick up the AI Alchemist. This is the last day that it'll be on sale at $27, and the price goes up to its normal price at $47. Thanks for joining me.